What's going on, y'all? I don't know how this review gonna go because first of all, I'm working on short time. I just wanted to get this done before I had to go back home. I'm at work, okay? First day back at work, y'all. Girl, I'm just glad that it is a slow day. I'm glad that my ankle is cooperating. It's been zinging throughout the day, but not enough for me to be all up in a fuss. But anyway, so I'm on the tail end of my lunch break, and I just got through looking at the shot. This is season 5, episode 5. We don't have to take our clothes off. We don't have to take our clothes off. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Some of y'all look young. Y'all know nothing about that. Rest in peace to him. But anyway, we get into the episode. Let's just go. Okay, if y'all hear some clicking stuff, that's just me on the computer trying to multitask. But we get into the episode, and this episode, we did not have any Tiffany. We didn't have any Jada. We didn't have any Nina and Dre. And I believe that's about it. Okay, so let's just go over Jake's situation, because Jake's situation started the episode off. At the end of the day, Jake and Emma don't need no baby. Jake and Emma don't need a baby, and obviously this was made before, the Roe versus Wade situation that happened. But at the same time, I think Illinois, my state, is one of the ones that's, okay with doing abortions or whatever. So Gemma had to go ahead and tell Jake what was up, right? And Jake was like, damn, are you serious? You know what I'm saying? But honestly, Jake didn't have the reaction that I thought he would. But then I have to go back and I have to think about Maisha. When Maisha was talking to Gemma, and when they found out about it, Maisha told Gemma, Jake, he's the type of person that to take care of his responsibilities. He's going to be there. And that's so, I don't know why it's shocking. Maybe because the way they have Jake built up, okay? Jake is this bad boy. I guess he had this bad boy image, from the first few seasons. And you can see that he's trying to smooth out a little bit. He's trying to become a little bit better, but he still got that edge to him. So, yeah, he wanted to keep the baby. Miss Gemma was like, listen, bitch, it is my body, my choice, and my decision, all right? And I don't even know if she said that she was going to get rid of it. It was more so of a silent look that, that can be interpreted as, yeah, I'm just going to get rid of it. And for once in a long time, because y'all know I can't stand Jake and Gemma at this point, because it's forever fuck Jake and Gemma. I know they kids or whatever. I know they're characters. But I just did not like that shady shit. That they did to Kevin. It was just so fucking wrong. And look at the situation that you in now. But I will say I gave them a little break this episode. I gave them a break because for some reason I just felt real bad. And I felt bad for Jake. I don't know why, but I felt bad for Jake because Jake, almost like, I'm not gonna say it was like he matured in that moment, but he kind of matured in that moment just a little bit, if you get what I'm saying. Like he was hurt that she might give up the baby or get rid of the baby or whatever. And I was just like, wow, that was different. I just wasn't expecting it. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. He went over there to talk to Kevin, who was over there with his little girl Simone, and they're about to go to this cosplay event. And see, I like the fact with Kevin, he's getting with women, or I should say girls, because they're still kids. He's getting with little teenage girls who are different in their own ways, but opening up his mind to something new. Okay, you had Gemma, who was like the uppity girl, all about the school and all about the rights of the black folks and everything, and getting him into that a little bit. That didn't really take. Now you got Simone, who's into cosplaying, you know what I'm saying, and who's into the moon, and she's making her own character, the moon goddess or whatever, the lady who speaks to the moon, and trying to get him into it because he didn't really want to do that shit. He thought it was crazy, and she was like, I don't go dressed as other people, I go dressed as my own shit, you know what I'm saying? So, intellectual property. I said, all right, Miss IP girl, okay. But she got Kevin to make his own costume. What superhero would you make yourself? And the superpower that he would have, he said, would be to control the rain, make it rain, because he loves it when it rains, you know. So he was making a little costume, and then that's when Jake popped up. And I'm glad Jake came in at this moment, because that little costume that he had on, it was a little whack. But Jake came in and swagged it up for him, and I was just like, oh, that was nice. You know what I'm saying? That was cute. And, you know, at this moment, Jake sat down and actually told him, first of all, he said, why didn't you call me? I'm sorry I ain't answer your phone. Well, why you ain't call me back? I said, cause nigga, you was on your way over here, so whatever, you know, you can come on, we can talk in face, you know, in face to face. And that's when Jake told him, listen, Gemma pregnant. Kevin was in there like, huh. Now see, Kevin was better than me. And maybe, and again, I feel like it's because they're kids, and sometimes I feel like men can get over stuff way more and easier than women can. But I just feel like if I was in that situation, regardless of the fact that we got over the fact that you stole my woman, you know, you stole my woman, or my woman left me to go to you, and we were very much still together, you was being a shitty friend for that, I would have felt some type of way. And even if we got over that, I still would have been like, fuck you, I don't care about this. That's what the fuck you get. You know, I would have, it would have just opened up the womb again. Like, damn, so not only did you take my girl, I forgive you, we get back on track, now you got her pregnant. But see, Kevin, it looked like he was about to go that way, but he was more so concerned about Jake and what they wanted to do. And, you know, at one point, he was trying to give him suggestions or whatever, I guess, to tell Gemma what it is that you want, because Jake wanted to keep the baby. He wanted to be a daddy. And I'm like, no, sir, we don't need you to be the daddy, but that's cool that you know, having those thoughts, but whatever, trying to take your responsibility. But at this point, you're not ready to do that. You're not ready to do that. And he gonna ask Kevin, why you saying all this? Because you jealous? I'm just like, no, he not jealous, because baby, he ain't finna be no daddy anytime soon. You the one that gotta go through this shit. He ain't gotta go through that. So what he gotta be jealous over? But he was like, no, I'm just trying to help you out. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you want. So you need to communicate that to Miss Girl. You need to communicate that to Gemma. Let her know what's going on. And you see Gemma, she's over there. I don't know. Are they in a college fair? Because the last time I thought Gemma was in the private school. Kevin and Jake got kicked out because they started fighting. Remember, they was fighting over her, and Kevin fucked Jake up, okay? And they got expelled from the school, so they had to go back to their other school, you know, to the public school. And it's just like all of a sudden we're seeing Gemma and Maisha around each other a lot more, and they're in the same places around in school, you know. So I'm going to assume, like last week, we knew that it was the SATs. And you know that, you know, they come from different schools to one particular location to take the SAT. So I'm just going to assume that this was like a college fair, some type of shit that was going on, which would be understandable. So, you know, she saw Maisha. Maisha was trying to tell her what's up. And she was like, you know, if you don't want to keep the baby, you ain't got to keep the baby. And it don't matter what he wants, okay, because it's your body. But then Gemma said she had a dream that she did keep the baby and she enjoyed it. She loved it. And then she woke up and she was scared. So it was like, she don't know what to do. But at one point when Jake had came from, you know, Gemma initially telling him what was going on, Victor came up in there, and, you know, Victor's getting ready. He's putting on his suit and everything. And he was like, why you dressing up? He was like, because I'm trying to get these people to like me. Okay, so that they can vote for me. Trying to change my image and everything. And then Jake brings up the fact that this comment saying, what if you got somebody pregnant? He was like, wait a minute, you got Gemma pregnant? No. I said, then why you bring it up? I wish Jake would have just went on ahead and told him right then and there. So that they can go ahead and deal with it. But at this point in time, it's like, Jake, this is not something that Victor needs, though. This is not something that Victor needs, because it's a lot. He's already trying to, the stress of this campaign, fucking around with Doodah and Q, not knowing what the hell they gonna do, and everybody else is dependent on him. So it's just like, it's a lot. And maybe it was a good thing that he didn't tell him, but I was surprised that Gemma and Jake actually told her dad. And the dad, of course, wasn't here for them having a kid, but of course he knew that it's her body, so it's her choice. I don't know what they're gonna do. Jake talked about, I get 3 jobs, I take care of Gemma. That's what they always say. That's what they always say, and then fall the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. We'll see what happened with that. Speaking of that, let's just get to this little part, because I want to keep on talking about the kids. Emmett was at Smokey's, okay? Emmett was at Smokey's, and then here come Bakari brought his ass up in there trying to rob the place, okay? Coming there all full hoodied and everything, got the hood all over him and everything, put the gun in his face. And I said, in broad daylight? Granted, it's Chicago, they do this shit any type of place. Let me tell you something. It was a Chase Bank that was down the street from where, on Ashland, around Roosevelt and Ashland. Baby, they robbed the place in broad daylight. They robbed the place in broad daylight. This was like probably last month. And I saw that shit on the news. I said, bitch, what? I rode past that Chase damn near all the time when I go down Ashland to get to work. So that was crazy. I said, in broad daylight, bitch? In broad daylight? This Chicago, nigga. Yeah. I said, all right. And I'm just sitting here like, damn, Bakari, this is what we gonna do. And if it wasn't for the fact that Shad just so happened to be up in there to talk him down and to sit him down, he probably would have got himself in trouble. He probably would have been locked up or whatever. Emmett was scared as shit, understandable. But then, Shad basically, when Shad told Bakari, sit your ass down, okay? We're going to talk about this. Sit down. It's like Shad has been put into Bakari's life to be the father figure that he never had. And I like the story that is going on. It's the mentorship. For some reason, I'm just a little bit more drawn to Shad's character and his character development in this series so far, because we saw him one way last season and he's a completely different way. Like, he's literally rehabbing himself. And I said this last week and I'll continue to say that, he's in a relationship. We saw him in the bed with Deja. She done got him doing facials, exfoliating himself, and got clear skin. Probably got the nigga drinking water. Baby, every time I hear something like that, and I was just looking at the scene, he was like, damn, look at my face. Face ain't never been this smooth and all this stuff or whatever. And because he ain't never had no woman take care of him, because as he told Deja, he always thought that it was what he had to do. He had to take care of the woman. They didn't have to reciprocate that. You know what I'm saying? And so he up there telling her, listen, it's only been a few weeks, but I love you. She was like, I never thought that I'd be with somebody, and I always said I'll never be with somebody that, had a record, but I love you too. I said, bitch, after a few weeks, now classify what a few weeks is. I'm tired of these shows showing these people moving fast as fuck. But when he said that shit about his skin, it made me remember every time. I'm telling y'all, go back to when Amber Rose and 21 Savage was together, and he said, she got me drinking water, taking vitamins and stuff. It takes me out every goddamn time. But I'm loving his character development and the fact that he's put in this position to be Bakari, like a mentor to Bakari, because it's almost as if he's trying to correct the wrongs that he did when he was younger. And that's what he keep on saying. I wish somebody would have been there for me and got me off of the path that I went, so I wouldn't have been through the shit that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I wish somebody would have sat down and talked to me the way that I'm talking to you. Bakari really is struggling, and he has no place to go. He has no family at this point. He was couch surfing, and then the friend's couch that he was sleeping on, his mother kicked him out. So then Bakari Rashad said, you gonna come stay with me? I said, excuse me? First of all, that ain't it like some niggas? This ain't even your house and you inviting other people to come stay. So when Victor found out about it, he was like, hell no. And he was like, no, we need this, okay? Because what if somebody would have been there to do this for us? You know what I'm saying? So I felt that. But then I had to remember, because it instantly popped up into my head when Papa came over there to smoke with him. And I said, damn, Papa, so that's what you do? Kevin and Jake had tried to get him to smoke. He wouldn't smoke with them. But now all of a sudden you're smoking with Bakari. And you called him a goddamn heathen at one point, you know, because he said, it's so good for you to take in a wayward child or whatever. Rashad said, shut your dumb ass up, okay? And just get out, because he was doing too much. Papa has this way of being cool with you, but then talking down about you. And I just don't like it. Just like a fucking church person. I'm sorry to say it, but that's what we've been seeing, right? That is exactly what he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to be your friend, but then I'm gonna talk down and talk shit about you. But in a nice, nasty type of way to make it seem like I'm trying to uplift you and give you a compliment. It's a backhanded compliment type of thing. And I just don't like that about Papa's character right now. I don't know what Papa's character is going through. You know, Bakari and Rashad had a little conversation where Rashad was asking him what is his dreams. Okay, he was like, I don't know my dream. And he was like, listen, what's your dream? He said, I don't know my dream either, but I'm working on it. So he was like, next time I talk to you, you tell me what your dream is. Bakari said, you tell me what your dream is. That was a little like, ain't no niggas gonna be sitting around talking to each other like that, but okay, you know, that was a little corny, but I get it. And so when Jake came up in there, it was almost about to go down. And that's when I remembered, because the whole time I was like, I know I've seen him somewhere, and I'm thinking I've seen him on another show. I probably have, the actor that plays Bakari, but it was the fact that Jake and Bakari, they got into the fight last season. Was it last season or the season before that? Whichever season it was, that Jake got into the fight with Bakari, rival gangs, okay? And that's when the cops came and did what they did to Jake. So that's why Jake really wasn't here for him staying. You know what I'm saying? So understandable. But that's what was going on with that. And speaking of Victor. First of all, Doodah, let's get there. Doodah brings in Candy. Well, Candy comes over there, or I should say Rosalind. Rosalind come over there to talk to Tracy, because she brought Tracy, Doodah, and Q all together, basically to say that, you know, y'all got rid of the police from the south side, which is cute, but y'all about to have a problem on y'all hands because people packages are coming up missing. Bitch, me and Doodah said, so you mean to tell me this is what you called us here for? This is what you called us here for? It was like, yeah, because then they're going to start calling the police and getting the police back onto the streets or whatever in this neighborhood. And that's not what you want. I feel as though they could have did this a little bit different. You know, they could have made it a different issue. Because who gives a fuck about packages? I mean, let me not say that, because I've had a package stolen and it's just not going to stop. So y'all know what package I had stolen. I was too fucking through with that shit. I was so goddamn mad. Because that was my medicinal medicine. Any fucking way. So basically, she want them to go down there and take care of it. And Tracy whole thing is, this is not what she want. Like, it's just getting messy. She don't want them doing illegal shit or anything like that. So when Doodah and Q go down there to the distribution center where they getting the packages and stuff at, of course, it's these niggas. They the ones running the ring. Dude pull a gun out on Q like he finna run shit. And Q just said, oh, fuck no, that's not what's gonna happen. If you want to live and you want to go see, this is what Doodah told him. You want to see your kids, you better put that shit down. Sit your ass down, okay? You know, old boy tried to come for Q, and Q yoked that motherfucker up. I said, damn, Q, you got that old man strength, okay? That old man strength. He said, bitch, I almost had to kill that nigga with my hands, okay? Because Doodah didn't come through quick enough for him. But basically what he told him is, instead of telling them to stop stealing the packages, he said, give me 20% off of everything that you do. I said, what? This is not what we came here for. See, at this point, I'm feeling like Doodah gotta take Q out. Dude, I gotta take you out. But see, then dude, I said, and what you also need to do is donate some money or whatever to the Rock organization. And so when that happened, dude, I had to talk to Q and was like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, now we in bed with these motherfuckers. He was like, no, this is just them paying tax. I said, child. So of course Tracy is pissed off because now they're in some illegal shit, and they gotta make it work because this is what they gonna do at this point, and literally is what Q says goes. Okay, so she's very much pissed off to the point that she don't even want to fuck with Doodah right now. Okay, Doodah sitting there like, baby, I was trying, and this is not what I wanted, but this is what we gotta do and all this stuff. And she was like, fuck you, nigga. Okay, just fuck it. So at this point, I don't know what's going on with Tracy and Doodah. If Q does not get out of the picture, there will be no more Tracy and Doodah. And let's talk about this situation with Tiara. Okay, now listen, I seen the comments. And I seen the first comment, and I had commented on the first person who mentioned it. And I literally said, okay, so it wasn't me who thought that was Tiara that was in the bed. I did not mention it. I did not say it was Tiara because I rewound it. Before I did the review, I rewound it so many times, and I was trying to get a good look at her face, but because of the way that she was laying, I couldn't tell if it was really Tiara or not. So that's why I did mention it, but we all saw it. But it makes sense. The play niece, okay? She work around in the organization. Girl, please. This is a fucking mess. I don't want to be involved with them. Okay, that's just a little bit too much, And Victor going out with Miss Fatima, and some of y'all, is she trans? Yes, she's trans. Remember when I said Victor has a type, and it is not Tiara. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Tiara is a bio woman. All right, I don't know if that's offensive, but I'm not trying to be offensive. But she's a cis woman, if you want to put it that way. Fatima is a trans woman, and Victor very much likes her. And they was out there in the car having their little conversations and all this stuff. She asking him, you miss Imani? He was like, yeah, sometimes, like in the morning, because I hate waking up alone. They smoking blunts and stuff in the car and everything. And I'm just like, oh, wow. She said, but let me tell you something. I ain't finna be nobody's secret. He said, I wouldn't do that to you. I said, bitch, we ain't even gotta talk about nothing else that they talk about. Just know that they gonna hook up. Because that preview for next week's episode, they do what they gotta do. Then let me shout out to Luke James, okay? Because Luke James really took on a role that a lot of heterosexual men will not do, which is, being visibly on camera on a national TV show where everybody can see, and portraying a straight man who is in love and has a thing for trans women, because homophobia, transphobia, all of that, and people not understanding what sexuality and gender is. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for doing that and making it seem so, like, bitch, I will say this, like, they make it seem real, and that is what acting is. You're supposed to evoke those emotions and make you feel like, damn, bitch, this is really going on. If you thinking that, they're doing a good job. I.e. P-Valley, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Big Teak. I was thinking about him earlier. I said, oh my God, P-Valley coming on tomorrow, and Teak is gone. But anyway, moving on from that, that's what's going on with that shit. Who else is in this episode? Emmett and Keisha. So Keisha just over in Emmett's house like this all day? That's what she doing? She just kicking it at the crib all day? I ain't even gotta go. Listen, he's still listening to that dude, aka D-Ray, talking about, so put your dick away and all this stuff. His dick is on hiatus. His dick is on sabbatical, and it's not. You got Keisha still up in the house, and eventually they're gonna have sex, right? And that's damn near, that's literally what's gonna happen, okay? So they talking about their thing, and it's a card game that's supposed to come up. She wanna play, and he was like, "No, this for the dudes." But eventually, he does let her play or whatever. When Smokey do get robbed and all that, he comes home and he's visibly shook. And I'm sitting here like, so Keisha, have you moved in? Because why are you still here? And when that happened, he brought some Smokey home for the card game. And she was like, ain't you tired of eating that? And I was like, no, it's free food. I said, I understand that shit. These niggas will eat some chicken anytime, any day, anywhere, okay? And so when she said that, she was like, go in there and take a shower and I'll fix some food up. Baby, she fixed up a full, like, 7-course goddamn meal by the time he got out the shower. I said, now see, Keisha, you doing a little bit much. Keisha is out here doing wifely duties for a nigga that ain't even hers yet, okay? Technically y'all is, but technically y'all ain't, because y'all ain't made that shit official. You know, y'all beating around the goddamn bush. We know what's gonna happen. So the card game happens. Victor, Rashad, and Darnell is over there. They talking about A-tracks and, you know, old school R&B versus Jodeci 90s R&B and all this shit, and the new R&B, which is crazy because that's been a discussion on Twitter ever since that group Division came out with that song. Stupid ass song. Like, I'm cool with the subject matter of cheating on somebody because it's always been in R&B music, but it's the execution of it. It's the way that it was produced. It was just dumb. It's terrible. But they up there talking, and, you know, Darnell talking about you may not be able to use your dick, but you can use your mouth and all this stuff. Like giving head and shit. And Keisha said, why y'all always gotta talk about sex? It's not always about sex. You can use your mouth to talk about your feelings and all that stuff, because men don't want to do that, okay? But Darnell did say, you know, it's cool the fact that your woman left you, your woman left your ass, but what that may do is for the right person to come along. And I'm pretty sure that everybody there could see and feel the vibe between Keisha and Emmett. And once they left, Keisha and Emmett wound up fucking. That's all to it. They wound up fucking. Okay, or I should say making love. But Keisha wanna tell Tiffany next week. Okay? But here's my question to y'all. Let me turn this off. Here's my question to y'all. Do you think that Keisha is breaking girl code? Given the fact that y'all have to remember, is she breaking girl code given the fact that they're cool now? Because in the beginning, they were not friends. Tiffany had a problem with the fact that Keisha was around. Because Keisha and Tiffany were fucking Emmett around the same time. And probably at the same time at one point. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think she get a pass, or do you think she's breaking girl code? And explain why. Explain why. After hearing what I just said, explain why. I don't think Tiffany and Rob is gonna last. I don't want to say that Darnell and Jada not gonna last, but who knows? Nina and Dre, I think they're gonna break up by the end of the season. I just feel it coming. I don't feel like Nina want her. I don't think Nina want her anymore. And yes, Nina did tell Dre. Dre did know about Nina cheating and all that stuff, because I know that was a question too. That came out towards the middle end of last season. What else is going on? I don't know. Papa. Oh yeah, Kevin and Simone went to the cosplay event and they did win for best couple costume or whatever. So that was cute. But yeah, y'all think Jake and Gemma really need to do? If you was in Jake and Gemma's situation, what would you do? What do you think they need to do? Do you think they need to keep this baby, or do you think they should just either give birth to it, put it up for adoption, or get rid of it, chop shop it? Which one? And I hate to sound like that, but y'all know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. And again, if the review don't feel like the normal review, it really wasn't much this episode, but again, I'm working on time crunch, and I want to have this up before I get home so that people won't be all up in my freaking comments. What a review. Calm down. You're getting it. But you guys tell me how you feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.